Daniel Cormier wasn't a fan of Alex Pereira calling out Israel Adesanya at UFC 295. DC says that Alex is giving Izzy power by calling him out. On his YouTube channel, DC said, "My thought on the whole rivalry over accomplishment, for me, is I think it's a little wrong to be looking back at Izzy. Because you know what he does? He gives Izzy power over him. Izzy's just sitting on the couch watching. You saw Izzy's reaction. He's laughing at him. I get it. You want to beat him and put him in his place. But every time, especially when you're on the mountaintop, you speak to him, you give him power. He's giving Adesanya power. He goes, I own a lot of property. Most of my real estate is in Alex Pereira's head. Because when Alex Pereira is king of the world, he's calling for him. So by putting this rivalry and making it so important to him, he is giving the guy power. And I don't think he understands that." Recently, Sean O'Malley went on the Flagrant podcast and said that he would never rematch Aljamain Sterling because he's just not popular. Aljamain saw the clip and fired back at Sean via his YouTube channel.
I want to see that rematch.
Let me ask you this question.
Really?
How am I supposed to one-up that? He's not like popular. There's so many other guys that are like bigger fights. Me versus Chito.
You versus Chito is huge.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Me versus Corey is a bigger fight.
Bro,
people are excited about that.
And I even hate even talking about this. I was told that maybe I should respond to this take that never Aljo's not like popular. I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm not like super popular, it doesn't really affect me in the sense of like what I've done in the sport. It doesn't affect me in terms of my pockets. It could affect me in terms of making more money. Like if I was more popular, I could have more leverage to do other cool things. But I think my name and my resume speak for itself in the sense of being an athlete at the highest pinnacle of his sport, of his job. So I wish nothing but success to O'Malley and what he's trying to accomplish. If it's a popularity contest that he's after and he's not looking to fight the best and biggest challenges out there, I think that speaks more about his goals and why he's gotten into the sport. And I can't knock him. His goals are different than mine. His goals are different from Marab's. His goals are different from just all for the majority of us. Because there's a lot of people who in the division who speak not so highly of the guy in the sense of what he's kind of become, especially now after attaining the belt. But again, I can't take nothing away from him in the sense of what he's trying to accomplish, what his mindset is. I wish him nothing but success. He's got a tough fight ahead of him. Although I still think Chito doesn't deserve the shot, it's still a tough fight. He's not the right guy to be in there, but I do think he has the skills and the will to win, to upset and prove a lot of people wrong, and to get another finish over a very popular guy in Sean O'Malley.
Dustin Poirier is confident that Charles Oliveira is capable of beating Islam Makhachev. Dustin fought Charles back in December of 2021, where he lost via rear naked choke in the third round. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Dustin said if Oliveira's mindset is in, if he's the same guy who fought me, who fought Michael Chandler, I think he can win that fight. I don't think he wanted to fight in that title fight. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He quit on himself, it looked like. That's my opinion. But I know personally he has the skills to beat the best guys in the world, and he has done that time and time again. If he goes in there with his mindset locked in, ready to go, I think he can beat him. On Islam, Dustin continued, he's been competing for a long time. He's the champ. He's defending his belt. He's only going to continue to get better. He's surrounded by great guys, a great camp, great team, and he's going to continue to get better. Everybody's getting so good at everything. Looking at somebody as a one-dimensional fighter, those days are kind of gone. Sean O'Malley discusses what it was like facing off with Chito Vera again. Sean and Chito first fought back in August of 2020. The rematch is set for UFC 299 on March 9th. Sean claims that Chito said some quote-unquote weird stuff to him during the face-off.
But was supposed to do, I don't know if they wanted to do like a face-to-face with me and Chito, or if it was just a face-off. But I'm always early. I was 5 minutes early to when I was supposed to be there. I'm the champ. You know what I mean? I'm early. Stayed there for 20 minutes. Chito didn't show. I went back to my room. They text me 10 minutes later. Hey, Chito's down here. I said, okay, I'll be there in 20. Knowing I wasn't going to come back. But his ass was sitting down there waiting for me for like 20 minutes.
And then they ended up doing it another day?
No, they did it later that day because Dana's like, you guys, we need this to happen. So after Dana said it, then we did it. Then we did but I don't know if we were going to do the original face-off or face-to-face, like sit down. I don't know. It would have been interesting.
How'd you feel looking into his eyes again?
Well, it wasn't that one wasn't wandering as bad because I wanted to say a wandering comment, but I'm like, damn, those eyes are looking pretty straight, which usually one's off to the left. But he has some fucking weird shit. I don't know what it is. I got some weird shit going on in there. But he said, "Look deeper into my eyes, daddy." I was like, what the f? Yeah, that was weird as hell.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Dricus Du Plessis says there's no way the fight with Sean Strickland goes into championship rounds. Dricus versus Sean goes down at UFC 297 on January 20th. Speaking to My MMA News, Dricus said against Whitaker, it was such a high-paced fight. In that second round, I wasn't even at 50% of my cardio. I felt amazing in that fight. After the first round, I could see Rob breathing heavy. In that second round, I started going. I felt incredible. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. The way I go at this from the very first second, like I always do. The first opportunity I get, I will finish this fight. My honest prediction, there's no way we see the championship rounds. I think people know it's going to be an entertaining fight. This fight will end with me getting my hand raised and the belt around my waist. There's no two ways about it. The first round is going to play a big role. I know it's a 5-round fight. Sean has had a lot of time in 5-round fights, but people forget I was a champion in every promotion I fought in. For 5-6 years, I only fought 5-rounders. That's the only thing we prepared for. And ever since then, I've never stopped preparing for 5 rounds. Sean Strickland had words for Dricus today. As most of you guys know, Sean has been very vocal about Rose Namajunas and Aspen Ladd dating their coaches. A fan tweeted this photo at Sean of Dricus and his coach. Sean replied, "We often talk about Rose and Ladd and their coaches, but we never talk about Dricus. Dricus, hold up 4 fingers if you're in danger." Tom Aspinall calls for Jon Jones to be stripped of his heavyweight title. Tom says the UFC is protecting Jon. Tom did an interview with Michael Bisping today. He went on to say, "I think Jon Jones should be stripped of his title, to be honest, because everybody else does when they get injured like that. I don't see why he still got it. I don't understand that. I think I should be the real champion right now." It's hard to say without being rude, but who asked about Jon Jones and Stipe anymore? Like, why do we get this legacy fight and get to live by their own rules? What's a legacy fight? What's a retirement fight for a title? That's not, I want to fight Stipe and then I want to fight Jon Jones, to answer your question. I think all of this other stuff is all rubbish. Stop protecting him now. Stop protecting your boy at the top there, Jon Jones. If he's injured, get out the way, I'll fight Stipe. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Swifty123. It says, "The doctor who called off Walker Ankalaev gave MMA fans worldwide a big case of blue balls. Ironic." The second one's from Patrick. It says, "First calf kick Alex landed took Yuri off his feet. After 2, Yuri already looked compromised. The third and fourth both buckled Yuri's leg. Alex's calf kicks are a problem." And the final one's from Caunello Alvaroid. It says, "Honestly seems like Jamal Hill has been really feeling himself a little too much. Extra cocky lately." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.